got a problem. Clay has failed me. And as you can see by this message here, I need to be around air or clay. Well, I thought that all these machines pretty much dealt with stone and turned them into stone. You would think that with the clay machine, it wouldn't have to be around clay. So I have a solution, I think. Oh, look how when it rains, you can't hardly see anything over there. That's interesting. Okay, so what we need to do, because we're not giving up on clay, we need to go get some clay, and what I was thinking we could try is try to see if there's some dripstone around here. I know there's one spot where we can get some clay, and as a matter of fact, I can take probably a water bucket with me, and we can pick that out and maybe get it. But if we can get some dripstone, then we can turn dirt into clay blocks. And the whole premise on getting clay working here is to add to our terraforming. So with clay, you can get terracotta. You can make all sorts of different terracotta if you wanted to. You can rebuild lush caves if they have some glowberries there. There's a lot of benefits to having clay. You can turn it into bricks, I believe. So you can get some clay bricks going on, some pots. Decoration possibilities are definitely there. And personally, I like building with clay. I think it's a pretty block, nice blue shade, and that's what we're going to try to achieve. So we have to go back through our islands and see if any one of them have dripstone in it. And if not dripstone, maybe I can find some actual blocks of clay. Because I don't know as of yet how many blocks of clay that they need to have around them. So it's going to be interesting for sure. Getting sunset down here, so gotta place my bed down and we can get started again once it's daylight. Perfect. It'll get rid of the ugly rain. Not all rain's ugly, but when we can't see the islands, that's a little rough. Okay, so originally there's a clay block right down there, and I could do something risky to be able to get that, but before I do that and try to risk it, let's see if we can't find or spot maybe a dripstone cave of some sort. Because I saw an azalea tree over here, and look, there's drip leaf over there. So why wouldn't there be dripstone somewhere? And as weird as it sounds, my best guess would probably be in the mesa, or right there in that island with the drip leaf on it. I don't know that for sure, but we can definitely see. And I don't know what that gray stuff over there is. That might be like some terracotta in general. Okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna go and make our way over to the mesa biome area. Because with the terracotta, I would think that maybe it would be a good selection to place. Okay, yeah. So right there, straight in front of us, you can see that dripstone. So that's what we need, and we can make our clay manually using mud. So spritz a water bottle on our little guys, and then we're good to go. And this saves me the hassle of having to suspend myself over the void trying to get some clay balls. Now, I certainly hope that your week is going good. If you're following the videos regularly, which I hope that you are, thank you so much if you are. I didn't actually post a video yesterday. And mainly because I was just kind of wiped out and tired. And I tried to post every other day. I tried to stick with a schedule at one point for Wednesdays and Saturdays, and that just wasn't doing for me. It wasn't fun, it wasn't enjoyable, and I like to play Minecraft often. So to me, posting every other day seems to be working right now. Even if I don't edit my videos in particular, the whole point of this series is just to have fun. Right? So if you have a habit or a game or a painting or a piece of art, anything that you like to work with or play with, then it's good to do that as often as you feel, so you can enjoy that, you know? And I enjoy Minecraft. Now, that being said, you can still get burnt out on the things that you love to do. So you have to be a little bit careful not to overdo it, right? So too much of a good thing is a bad thing, is what the saying is. And that's the true with anything in life. So it's good to take a rest. So yesterday I took a rest, and instead of posting the video, I was able to rest up and come back refreshed. Now I did have some cool ideas that I was kind of thinking about doing, involving a hardcore mode. Okay, so now the question comes up, well, Ivy, man, you're playing on Bedrock. There is no hardcore. And that's true. There isn't, unless you get an add-on for it, right? So I had found a hardcore mode add-on that I was thinking about trying out, but not just any hardcore. I was thinking about Evernight hardcore. So if you've not heard of that, chances are you haven't, because I made it up. I'm not sure if that's really the technical name of it or not, but how would you feel about playing Minecraft where after the first day ends, it is permanently nighttime, which means no sleeping in bed, can't fix it, and you got phantoms, you got zombies, you got all the good stuff flying around you, trying to hunt you down, get you in hardcore mode nonetheless? What would that be like to watch? To me, it sounds very stressful. And to my wife, she would agree with you. But you know what? I think it's an interesting challenge. Now, here's the thing. I don't know how long I would last in the world. What is the deal with this? Nothing. So I don't know how long I would last in hardcore world, because I hadn't really done that before. I made an attempt with this add-on one time, but I just couldn't really get into it. But I'm posting videos now on YouTube, so that gives me a little added motivation. And the thing about it is, if I did this hardcore series, I would do it on my own and just kind of free play and record the footage as I go. So I wouldn't necessarily do commentary right away unless there were some particular parts that I really wanted to. And I can go back in afterward and add a voiceover to specific sections. And that would be interesting to me, because then I can focus not so much on the commentary, which is important, but on the gameplay aspect of that world. What is that? The water down there is kind of interesting. Huh. That's cool. So anyway, so I was thinking about maybe trying that Evernight hardcore mode. So if I end up doing it, I keep an eye out on it, because it'll show up on the channel for sure. And if it's something that you guys, if you've made it to this point in the video, find interesting or add additional challenges to, let me know, because I would be curious on what your guys' general thoughts are on something like that. Is it something that you've seen before? Is it something that you would want to see? That would be the big thing, you know. Anyway, so let's get back to Claylee here. Claylee. I have all of my other machines producing what they need to do. Now the trick with clay is you need dirt, you need a water bottle, and you need mud. So the idea here is to create an infinite water source. So let's pretend that we want to just kind of take out 3 spots here. And you can see that I have to add up a little bit, just like so. And we put 1 water bucket in the side, and I'll grab my second water bucket here. Come on over, and if you've never done an infinite water source, if you're new to Minecraft, basically how it works is if there are 2 flowing waters next to each other, and then they'll create a water source in the center, and all you have to do is you can take water right out in the center, and the 2 water will flow into it. So this creates you an infinite source of water, which is great for Sky Island because you can run out of water very quickly. So the thing with dirt is you can't just pour water under and expect it to be okay. You actually have to make glass and turn them into bottles. Now presently, I don't believe I have any glass, but there is a sand island that we can go and get. So here's the thing here. Sand, I can make a sand machine, but I need sand to begin with. Right now, do I have any shovels? I don't have a shovel, but I can go grab some. I put my iron away, didn't I? Yeah. So grab us 2 of that. And we're using an iron shovel because we're going to recycle it into the sand machine, and that'll help a lot. So in case we fall, we're going to put our dripstone here. We don't need it, and we don't want to lose it. And then I'm okay with losing everything else. So let's go grab some sand. So sand is kind of cool when it comes to a building material, especially if you wanted to build like deserts. And a lot of things rely on sand. You can use the cactus, for example. You need sand for glass. You need sand to make honey farms because you have to turn it into glass. So it's really useful to have. You can use it to drain water like out of ocean monuments. You can use it to set up counters with falling sand. So it has its place within Minecraft, and it's also a pretty block when you turn it into sandstone. So we could create a desert theme to our Sky Islands if that's what we really wanted to do, which would be really cool. I like red sand too. Now, I'm hoping that this sand machine produces both. I have no idea if it'll produce both, but I think it would be cool if it did, because then that would save us a little bit of material work. After all, sand is sand, at least in code. So let's make our way to that island, and we're going to stock up a little bit and not make the same mistake with Claylee. I bet you it has to sit on sand to work, so we'll see. Come on. So have you guys got to do anything fun in Minecraft? You got to start a new world yet? New adventure? Maybe you got into videos. Maybe you made an awesome tutorial, or you've seen somebody's awesome tutorial. You know, if you've had that, let me know in the comments too, because I'm curious what you guys are watching, what you guys like to do, what you guys have been doing. Mumbo Jumbo, for example, he had posted a question on YouTube's homepage and stuff about whether or not, you know, to make silly redstone ideas, I think is what his thing is. So he's gonna make your silly redstone ideas, and I thought about it and I was like, what silly redstone ideas would I come up with if I were to make it? And Mumbo's made all sorts of crazy stuff, so there's probably not anything that he hasn't tried. But I thought about it and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if you can if you can make a whack-a-mole system using creepers? Now, I wouldn't even know where to start with that unless I do like command blocks or something. But if Mumbo chooses to make an idea like that, I would totally watch it just for fun. Because there's bound to be some kind of comical aspect to it. Alright, so what this is a desert temple. And you can see right here, you hop on in. Looks like they just kind of took part of it out. In vanilla survival, if you've ever run into a desert temple, you're going to run into this pattern on the floor. Now, smack dab in the middle of it, you have terracotta, and it's blue terracotta. If you crouch toward the center, you'll look down and you'll see some chests, and you'll see a little plate down that way. Now, thankfully, I've already explored this in creative mode, so nothing's going to happen when I land on that stone pressure plate. For example, just like so. Now here's the thing. Well, I guess every world is different. Something did happen. Okay, well that's what I was going to explain, and that was rather unfortunate. I just blew up all the stuff. Me being a ninny thinking that, yeah, nothing's gonna happen. Well, I guess every world is different, including in Skyblock Factory, so I thought it was all preset, and I was wrong. That could have ended horribly, and I could have blown up and lost everything. But thankfully we didn't. That totally scared me and surprised me though. Because can you imagine if there was absolutely nothing underneath here and I just fell down right to the end? Down into the void. Oh boy. So, before the blow up was going to happen, I was going to say, right underneath here is usually a pressure plate connected to TNT, as you had saw in that area, and the TNT explodes and creates the trap, which blows everything else up. So, lesson learned, let's not do that again. I swore that this thing was like a random generated stuff, and that scared me so bad. It even gave me a different book. Like in my other one, I think I got an efficiency book or something. Okay. Well, we got some gold out of it at least. Let's go ahead and grab this gold because we'll probably need a gold machine at one point or another. In the same way with lapis. They have an option to make a lapis machine. And I don't know what it takes, so while we're here, we're probably not going to end up coming back. We're just going to grab all that we can, what we can see anyway, and that'll give us enough resources for our gold machine, for our lapis machine, and enough sand to get us going on our little sand factories. Oh, there's a lot of this stuff, isn't there? How far down does this go? Is this the end? Dare I? Nah, we'll just take one block at a time. There we go. Grab this stuff over here. Well, there's quite a bit of gold. I'm happy about that. Because something I do want to try for experience is getting our piglin trading farm set up. Because then we can get like an infinite supply of gravel. We can roll it out of the way with some obsidian. And we can make some pretty cool stuff. Maybe we can rebuild the end in the overworld. That would be neat. So we got a bunch of goodies. Let's go ahead and take advantage of them. Oh, and if you're wondering from a few episodes ago when we were facing the Ender Dragon, I figured out why it was so easy to punch the Ender Dragon as many times as I did. In the settings of this preset world, it's set to easy, and I guess I completely was oblivious to that. So that's why the Ender Dragon was as punchable as it was. But doesn't mean we still can't challenge ourselves. So we might be able to do something unique with the Ender Dragon and come up with some cool idea, yeah? Let's see. Let's take some sandstone. I don't think I really want to take anything else other than the gunpowder in case we can get some rockets or something going. And we can go ahead and build our way back up here before our bumbling incident. That was crazy. Like, you think you're safe because, oh, I tested this exact map in the creative world. Yeah. Well, look what happened. Things can be a little bit different, huh? 18 sand. While we're here, let's get just a little bit more. Get a nice build up here. Alright, and that should be plenty. I think we're pretty safe to go back now. You never know, we might get Claylee working after all this episode. You know what, it's probably a good idea that I got that sand, because I can speed up the process with the mud thing. We can get that converting going a little bit quicker. And we got almost all of our precious materials. We got iron, we got diamond. Now with the redstone and with the lapis, we got gold coming up. The only thing that we don't have precious material wise, we don't have quartz, like a quartz machine. We don't have copper, if you count that as a precious material. And we don't have emerald. All of which we can get at some point in this series. So let's go ahead and just make do with what we got for now anyway. And the whole idea, again, behind Sky Island is that you spend your time creating your Sky Island. Create your world the way that you want it to create it. That looks pretty. aside from the riding of Claylee, I like the tree and the stone on that side. That's looking really nice. So from a distance, I can see the mountain kind of coming up and curving over. Maybe you got the ravine over this way. That could lead off into a mesa with a river in between. So there's a lot of cool ideas that we can do. Might make a natural formation cave as well. Clearly. Alright, so we got our iron shovel, which is what we needed. We need to make a hopper. So we can go ahead and put our stuff in the chest. At least until I can figure out what exactly we need. Eventually I'm going to need a storage system. That's what I'm going to need. A lot of golden apples. That's cool. Surprised that a lot of the stuff didn't get blown up. Bunch of stone. Let's go ahead and cook up our gold, because we're going to eventually need a gold machine. So, in order to make the sand, I need one hopper. Let's see. I should have chest. Right? What am I missing? Oh, the iron. The irony. Alright. Let's go ahead and make a couple hoppers. And then we can turn them into one sand machine. Redstone machine is very tempting. I might do that. Or the gold machine. I think at the present, red machine, that might be more viable, but we're gonna see what Sandly needs. Yes, his name will be Sandly. Okay, so in this area over here, I figured because I want this to be like the river going on, we could probably start by placing our sand here. Just like so. And see if Stanley likes this idea. Oh, hey, gravel, flint. Oh, he does produce red sand. That's cool. Regular sand and gravel. So I may not even need the piglin trading thing after all, but it's good to know anyway. So good going, Stanley. And what we could probably do, let's grab some dirt from Dirtly. You are still over here, right, Dirtly? Yes, yes you are. Whoa, Dirtly, you've been kicking it, man. Let's go ahead and extend our little base that we can work off of, because I want this to be sand resources here. Oops. Flesh out the little base and we can build off of it. Kind of curve out to the side. Yeah. Ah, why do I keep doing that? Just like that. Bring this over. This is actually really relaxing. If you ever have a chance just to sit back and terraform, build up some stuff, I'd say do it. Enjoy the process, you know? Alright, here. So we got our bed back. Place out the rest of our dirt, and we'll build this up if we wanted to with some sand base. You know, the other thing I was curious about is prismarine, right? So you can do various mob farms, but I don't remember seeing one for a guardian farm, which is interesting to me because I wonder if and how you can get some prismarine going on. So that's something that I can probably look into and investigate and see what happens, because I would love to get some prismarine, but with no elder guardians to work with, how do we go about doing that, right? So kind of tricky. Well, there's a way, there's a will, though. I bet you there's a way to get prismarine in this game. Alright, so I'm thinking, because we still got our stone over here, maybe we can bring this up just a tiny bit. Like that. And we'll go ahead and grab, I got 64 stone. We can kind of bring in our mountain range area over. Just like that. Maybe it starts to go up here and curve around. So I want this to be a dedicated kind of hilly mountain-ish type thing. Just like that. I don't want it to be like that. I accidentally placed there. Because I want it to have like some type of plateauing. So it's not like a straight quick vertical up. Something like this. Yeah, so it's not quite a steep rise, right? Because I still want to be able to walk on it and still want to be able to enjoy looking at this. And I find this to be more pleasing than just something rapid kind of going up, right? Alright, here. Well, I guess we're going to place one there. That's fine. Who knows? At the top of this island, I can build a little house. Maybe I can get a tree farm set up, situated. Lots of fun ideas, guys. And if you join me in Skyblock Factory, like one of my friends, Game Boy Color guy, he said that it was really interesting that you start with all the different islands, because the ones that he watched, he didn't really have that. You just kind of had, you know, one starter island, and you get all resources from that. So this is a little bit different from him, so I'm glad that he's enjoying that, and glad we can have fun with it too. So if you're watching, Game Boy Color guy, go ahead. You got some ideas for me on things you'd like to see built? Let me know. I really appreciate you, and thank you for watching. And thank you all really for watching too, because it makes my day. Alright, so we built up a little bit more on the island. Wait, what happened to you? I need to be around air, sand, or gravel. Oh, I see. So, Stanley broke it. Uh-oh. Now I broke it. Well, take one there, one there. So we need to move the source over, is what it is. Do your thing, Stanley. That's funny. All those options, and the only thing he's produced so far is sand. Okay, so let's get these smelting. We need some glass. Wait, are you broken too? Yeah, you're Claylee. Of course Claylee's broken. And I don't think it takes very much glass to make some mud, so that'll be good. Dirtly's still kicking. He's doing his thing. Let's go ahead and tear down these trees while we're waiting here. We can start afresh. Yeah, I think in the next episode, I'm starting to get a point where I'm just mainly resource collecting. I gotta start putting it somewhere other than my inventory, and I have to remove it from the machines so that they can keep growing. So eventually I do have to kind of move them all out and give them their own space to grow, because look at all this. These guys are full of stuff, right? Alright, here, so that's gonna break, that's gonna break. I got 2 saplings. I'll put one here. I'll put one here this time. Should get some glass, yep. And then we grab our bottle. How do we make glass bottles? There's a way to do this, I remember. Do I need to make glass panes first? Glass pane. No bottles. Well, I'll be. How do you make a bottle? Ah, okay. I thought I had that. 3 glass blocks make a bottle. Maybe I didn't. I do now. So the question is, where's the glass bottle at? There it is. Cool. So now we have our glass bottles. And you can set these up in dispensers and make an automated machine if you really want to. But for the time being, you just kind of dip it in water, just like so. And you can take your dirt and splash it. Splash it. Splash it. That should be working. That is regular dirt, right? Well, do they need to be splash bottles of water? I have gunpowder. I didn't think they really needed to be. Huh. That is weird. Alright, so I guess what we have to figure out is splash bottle. Oh, you know what? I probably can't make a splash bottle like this. How do you spell splash? Splash. Huh. Okay, so next plan of action. Because I don't have any blaze rods. I can get some sticks. Do I have any arrows? Or bows, rather. String. I have some string. I can make a bow. So let's go ahead and make a bow. And let's see for a dispenser lever. Well, we might try this idea after all. See if it works. I don't know. Because I was thinking that that would just work without being a splash potion, but maybe it won't. So we can put our dispenser here, and we'll put some dirt on top of it. We load up our water bottle, and put the lever here. No, that didn't work. Okay. So it's probably got to be a splash potion then. Huh. Right? You know, okay. I'll drink on that one and wait. Oh boy. So that leaves the question of how do I get blaze powder? Huh. Well, tune in to the next episode and we'll find out if we can find some blaze powder. Make us some splash potions. So I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Thanks again for watching, and I appreciate you very much. So we will see you in the next episode. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Don't come in here yet.
Okay.